Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Sabina, and welcome back or welcome to Life of Bina. So for today's video, I will be sharing with you guys my top 10 tips on surviving distance learning. Now, I know that this past year has not gone the way that probably any of us has expected it to, and with that and school now being virtual, it comes with a lot of challenges and a lot more difficulties. So hopefully you guys find at least one of these tips helpful and I can help you make your online schooling a lot smoother. So without further ado, let's get right on to today's video. I have with me my notebook, and in this notebook I have written down the 10 tips. In my personal opinion, these are the top 10 tips that have been helping me so far, so hopefully you guys find some of these useful and maybe you guys start using them. Tip number 1, wake up. I know this might sound weird, you're like, no, duh, Sabina, I have school, I have to wake up, but that's not what I mean. I mean, when your alarm goes off, wake up. Do not snooze, do not set 10 alarms. I mean, some people can't wake up and they need the 10 alarms, but really try to wake up when that first alarm goes off. Walk around your room, stretch, do whatever you have to do, drink a glass of water, just wake up and get up as soon as you hear that first alarm. Tip number 2 is get dressed. I know what you guys are thinking.
Really, Sabina, I have to put on clothes. This is virtual. Why do I have to get dressed?
This is because if you stay in your pajamas all day, your body will think that it's still in sleep mode. Your body will think that it's okay for it to be relaxed. Whereas if you are getting dressed, you are walking around, brush your teeth, you know, you have a little morning routine, your body knows, okay, I need to be up and ready. I need to be attentive and get on my A game. I also personally find, along with getting dressed, making my bed is really helpful because it is such a simple task, yet it makes a huge difference. First of all, sets up really good routine, so when you come home at night or you come to your room at night, you come to a nicely made bed, it's so much nicer. And it seems so simple at first, but over time you just look at it and you're like, wow, my room looks nice. It just puts your room all together. And also it gets your brain ready for the school day. It's starting it off with a simple, easy task. Then walking around and getting dressed is another simple, easy task. Brushing your teeth, doing your hair, doing your makeup, whatever is another task. So you're doing these little things, but it's adding up and it's getting your brain slowly ready for the school day. Another thing that I like to do is I like to put on my contacts every single day. And I know it's gonna be tough. There are some mornings where your eyes will just be like, and you literally cannot open them and you're just so tired. Or it's a rainy day. You know, those rainy days you're just like, you don't feel like getting dressed, you don't feel like doing anything. I like to put on my contacts every day because, again, staying in my glasses, my body knows that that's what I wear right before I go to bed, so it knows that, oh, it's time for me to relax. Oh, I'm done for the day. But in actuality, it's the beginning of the day. Do not stay the same way you were when you went to bed. Tip number 3 is eat something. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, you guys. I know it is hard. Sometimes you go to bed really late, so you wake up and you have to rush to get onto class that you forget to eat breakfast. You don't have time to eat breakfast. I understand. I'm a senior myself. I'm still in high school. I completely understand the struggles of having to get up and get ready and be presentable for class that is not even in class. Again, referring back to tip number 1, try to set your alarm 10 minutes, 20 minutes before class, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So you have enough time to get up, get ready, make your bed, eat breakfast, you know, just have that little morning routine again. Breakfast, even though it is the most important meal of the day, it is also your first meal of the day. So you don't want to start off your day with something heavy because you're just going to be feeling heavy for the rest of the day. You want to start off with something nice and healthy and light, maybe some fruit. Number 4 is get comfy. Now, I know what you might be thinking.
Sabina, you just told me to get dressed, and now you're telling me get comfy. Which one is it?
The real answer, it's both. You want to get dressed, but you want to get comfy as well. I just put on some sweats and a t-shirt, you know? It's something simple, but it's something different than my pajamas. On top of that, I really like to do my makeup, even something extremely simple. I literally just use my clear brow gel, put that on, and then do my mascara, put on some chapstick, and bam. More presentable than just waking up and here's my morning face. And not only appearance-wise should you be comfy, but your environment should be comfy. So if you're like me and you're doing it in your room, you're obviously right next to your your bed. Don't do work in your bed. Have a separate space. But do set up your room to be a comforting environment. If you have LED lights, maybe turn it on to like a really light color, if that makes sense. Don't do like dark blues and dark purples, because I feel like typically people use that at nighttime and like when they're scrolling through sad TikTok or whatever at bed. Try and use maybe like some beachy vibes, like a light blue or a light yellowish orange, where it's like very light, warm tone colors. I feel like warmer tones are really good. Also, if you have a salt lamp, maybe turn on the salt lamp. If you have windows in your room, like I have windows, I always open up my curtains and I let natural light in instead of using my room light. If you have a diffuser, maybe diffuse some nice essential oils. Make it really natural and vibey and just cozy, but not too cozy to the point where you're sleepy. Tip number 5 is find a workspace. This is crucial when it comes to distance learning, especially if you're doing it in your room. If you're doing it in your room, you have a bed in your room, hopefully. If you are doing work on your bed, that is a no-no, because it confuses your brain. It makes your brain think, oh, okay, I've done my work for the day and it's time for me to go to bed now and I can start shutting down. When in actuality, you're sitting on your bed, but you're doing your schoolwork, so you actually need to be awake. Have a separate area. I have a desk with all my school stuff, and it's actually a cute little desk. I built it with my mom. We got it from IKEA. It's my workspace, and I have it in a corner of my room, so it is not next to all of my homey stuff. Does that make sense? It's in a little corner, so it's nice and secluded. It's in a secluded area from my room, so it's very like, this is my work area. So have that difference and have that boundary like I mentioned before. Do not do work in your bed, because your body will think it's okay for me to shut down. It's okay for me to stop paying attention. It's okay for me to fall asleep. And you don't want that. You definitely want to be alert and be ready. Tip number 6 is do your homework the day you get it. Now, this doesn't mean, oh, okay, my teacher assigned something on Google Classroom or whatever, wherever your teacher uploads their work, and say, okay, let me stop paying attention to the actual lesson that they're teaching in class right now and let me go do my assignment. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, okay, my teacher assigned something. As soon as school is over, let me prioritize my homework and my education, and let me do all of that first before I do anything else afterwards. In my school, if you aren't doing well in your classes, you aren't going to be a part of those extracurricular activities. So make sure you do not prioritize those before your school. Don't procrastinate with your work. Don't say, okay, I have an entire weekend to do it. I'll just do it on Sunday, because Sunday's gonna come and you are gonna forget about your work, or you are going to say, oh shoot, work assignment is really long. I'm gonna have to spend the entire day just sitting down doing my work. And you're gonna get bored, because you're gonna say, well, now I have to go back to school tomorrow. I really wanted to have a nice little day off before school. Even if it's next week's assignment, if you understand it, maybe try and push yourself and advance on it. I know I personally have struggled with that for a while. I used to prioritize hanging out, and now being a senior, I'm definitely, I don't want to say paying for it, but it's all coming to life in front of me, you know, that one big realization of, oh shoot, school really was important. Oh shoot, I really should have given it my all and tried my hardest. So it's a whole big mess. So make sure you're doing what you have to do before you do anything fun. Number 7 is use your break time. What my school does, I don't know if your guys' school has it, but my school has a flex block. And what this is basically once we go back in person, it's just almost an hour for the staff to just have an hour for all the students to be out of the school, and they can just clean and sanitize the school. But because we're doing it virtually, it's kind of like an extra free period. We have a total of 8 periods in a day. 5 and 6 are the lunch periods. So if you have lunch 5th, then you have the flex block, and then you have class 6, or vice versa. You have class 5th, then the flex block, then lunch, and then class 7th. So it's just a huge gap of time. Me personally, I'm not taking a lunch this year, but I still have that flex block. So utilize that time. Get away from your screen. Get away from your computer. Do not use any phones. Just close down any electronics that are near you. Go outside, go for a nice little walk, hang out with your friends during that time, maybe if they have the same lunch periods as you, or if they have even enough time to meet up with you during a flex block or whatever free period that you have, and just meet up, talk, socialize, you know, just get away from everything and then come back to your screen. Tip number 8 is stay organized. Now, I know it's harder because we are in our rooms, we are in the comfort of our own home, and it's harder maybe for some people to be staying organized because they have, just stuff everywhere. Maybe they don't have enough space, or maybe they can't have a workspace. So try and buy supplies that will make your life easier. Maybe not buying 6 or 7 binders for each of your classes, but maybe 3 or 4 3-subject notebooks, because they come with a pocket and they come with dividers and paper already in it. So it saves, some money, and you can get the job done. And if you need to buy an extra one, buy an extra one. Whatever your teacher needs, really talk with them and make sure that maybe you can find a way around it and use less, because sometimes, like the saying goes, less is more. It's really crucial to stay organized, have a schedule, your classes are organized, you do all your homework right away after school once you get assigned them, and you find time to study for SATs, to do your college stuff, to prioritize your list, and just make sure that you really have a nice, neat, clear-cut schedule to help you, because that will help you in the long run and make doing school online a lot easier. And the last bullet for stay organized is email guidance counselors, teachers, principals, staff, etc. They are there to help you. I keep referring back to me because it's my senior year. It's so important. Junior and senior year. Do you hear that? It just started pouring outside. That's crazy. Those administration members, they are there for you. The staff is there for you. Your guidance counselors are there for you. So if you have any questions of any sort, reach out to them. Tip number 9 is go to sleep. This does not mean that once you're done with school and you get into your bed, you stay up all night on your phone. You stay up till 6 a.m. in the morning. You stay up all night literally until you hear the birds chirping and you see the sun and you're like, rise and shine. You need your sleep. You just had a long day staring at a screen. The worst thing you can possibly do is stare at another screen. And so make sure that once you are done with your schoolwork, you really are done. That way you can get away from the screen for the rest of the day. Also, when you go to sleep, make sure you're going to sleep clean and fresh. Shower, clean off all that negative energy from the day, all that stress. Start with a new palette, clean off all your makeup if you decided to wear makeup for the day. Take down your hair, go to sleep clean, wake up clean, feel clean, do good, all that jazz. And the last tip in my notebook is stay positive. Guys, please stay positive. I know these times are not what we expected. It's crazy. Life is throwing so much at us. Stay positive. That's the best thing you can do during these times, is just stay positive. Look forward to the future. And with that concludes our 10 tips for surviving distance learning. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and turn that red subscribe button. Great! Comment down below what your favorite tip of this video was. Thank you guys for supporting me, going on this journey with me, and I really am excited to upload a bunch of videos for my senior year. It's gonna be so eventful. I have so many ideas that I can't wait to share with you guys. So please, if you think anyone will benefit from these tips, share it with them. And with that is the end of this video, guys. I love you so much. Bye!